Come here. Hi. Do you remember? Let's get you here. Going to shed you. Get all that shed off. Yes, make you all pretty. Where's my bucket? There's my bucket. I don't expect a lot of shed off of you. I don't. Look at you. Freya's stitches finally came out, so she was able to have a bath and a groom. She is ready to find her Pawfect person, so watch this video and let me know if you might be her Pawfect match. I only ran 2 cameras for this video, and the battery on one died right after the bath. I also had a microphone issue, so my secondary audio was completely blank for about 25 minutes of the 1 hour and 18 minutes that I had her in the grooming space. For a double-coated dog, 1 hour and 18 minutes is an easy groom. I noticed about 2 days before her stitches came out that she is an excellent self-groomer. With most dogs, biting at the tail or legs is a sign that they have dry skin, a rash, or some other skin situation going on. My first thought in the humid Alabama summer was fleas. Thankfully, there still isn't a single flea on her. After watching her for several minutes, I realized that she was combing her tail, rump, and leg feathers with her teeth. She was pulling the shed out herself. Since Freya is ready to find her Pawfect person, I want to spend most of our time today telling you about her personality and what I've learned about her. But first, welcome to Kate's Country Critters. You can call me Kate. Thanks so much for stopping by. Come sit a spell and have some coffee with me. While the French press does its thing, I'd like you to consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Those 2 little actions help the channel grow and reach more people. The Shelter Dogs and I appreciate your support. You can also ask questions and leave comments. I do my best to respond to each and every one. Finally, please share this video with your friends and families. Kate's Country Critters is dedicated to helping the animals at the Bibb County, Alabama Animal Shelter. Most of the videos that I post are of shelter dogs looking for their forever homes. If you would like to help them directly, please pause this video to come back to and click on the link above. The shelter has several methods you can use to provide support. I donate my time and supplies to assist the animals at the Bibb County, Alabama Animal Shelter. If you would like to aid my efforts, please consider joining my Patreon. For as little as $2 per month, you will have access to members-only chats and behind-the-scenes looks. At the $5 per month level, you will have access to even more content, including home grooming tutorials, as I am able to edit and post them. Higher levels are available as budget billing options for my physical clients. If you live within reasonable distance of Centerville, Alabama, and would like to become my client, please send an email to katescountrycritters@gmail.com. All of this information is included in the description below. Looks like the coffee's ready, so sit back and relax while I tell you about today's client. There we go. You've watched me groom dogs before, so I'm just gonna go over what I did. I started with the undercoat rake to get the shed out of her ruff, leg, feathers, tail, and rump. Then I went over her body with the Equa groomer to remove the shed from those areas. Then I trimmed up her rump. Since she was shaved for surgery, her butt fur was uneven. I trimmed the right side up to make the lack of fur on the left side less noticeable. Then it was time for her bath. I used Nasty Critter to get the musky smell off of her, and followed that with Fluff Off De-Shedding Shampoo, both from girlswiththedogs.com. This is not a paid promotion. Y'all just know I love Vanessa and her products. After the bath, I towel dried, then blow dried her, brushed her out, did some touch-up trimming, and ground her nails. While what you see catches up to what I just said, let me tell you what I have learned about her. If you haven't watched my other videos about Freya, please look at the one here and check out the others on Cape Bonnie Country. If you don't have time to do that, I understand. Here's the short version. Freya's family let her out off-leash to go potty at the same time the neighbor let his little dog out off-leash as well. There was no fence between them, so the little dog rushed at her and started biting at her face. Now, Freya is a 1-year-old Australian Shepherd, or possibly an American Shepherd. These are both herding breeds. Their job is to move sheep or cattle around and defend against threats. So this little dog invaded her territory and started snapping at her. She did what she was bred to do. She chased that little dog right out of her territory, and they got to fighting. Now, she is 37 pounds, while that little dog was under 20. She had the weight advantage, but that didn't stop the little dog from biting her face and doing a bit of damage to her. In the middle of all this ruckus, the neighbor released a high-velocity projectile at her and claimed that she was threatening him. Since she was on his property at that point in time, no laws were broken. One is allowed to defend oneself against a menacing dog. Now, in my opinion, both owners were negligent for allowing their dogs off-leash in yards with no fences. Be that as it may, her owners could not afford the veterinary care to close the gaping 4-inch wound where the projectile grazed the inside of her left thigh. So she was surrendered the next day. Her family was dropping her off as I was arriving, so I took her to the vet. Since the wound was not life-threatening and she tested negative for heartworm, my family and I decided to cover her care and foster her while she recovers. Since the wound was so deep it could not be closed immediately due to risk of sepsis, she needed antibiotics first. When the wound was closed, Dr. Kevin was able to spay her at the same time. While that did come with risks for her being under anesthesia for so long, it is better for her since that means she will not have to go through another surgery and another recovery time in the future. 19 days after her initial wounding, the stitches and staples came out.
Hi. Hi, girl. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay, baby girl. Yes, the champ.
I've learned a lot about her. Her previous owners did house and crate train her. At first, I thought they had leash trained her, but as her injury healed, she did begin pulling and jumping around while on the leash.
Good girl. Good girl.
We've been doing some corrective training, and she behaves well about 90% of the time. So what about the other 10%, you ask? Well, that would be when she sees a cat or gets distracted by one of my dogs. We are learning to leave it.
Get you fresh and clean. Yes, she's a good girl. Say.
She was not socialized by her previous owners, so she has been learning canine social cues and human social expectations over the last 3 weeks.
Get your butt. You gotta get your butt. You're okay. You're okay. Good girl. Oh, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. I know. Alright, it's time to rinse. It's time for a rinse.
Is she good with cats? No, absolutely not. She barked and tried her best to break loose when she saw Possum across the yard for the first time, and the second time, and the third time. Is she good with other dogs? Well, maybe. Trigger, my 20-month-old male Dalmatian mix, is her best friend. She plays nicely with Rojo, the 6-year-old male German Shepherd Pit Bull mix. She is curious about Bree, the 13-year-old female Chiweenie, but Bree wants nothing to do with her. She was friendly with Thrude, the 9-year-old female Black Lab Bully mix. That is until Thrude decided to try and bully her away from her food dish. They did get into a bit of a scuffle over that. The only dog she has not liked since day one is Tamir, my husky. The best I can figure is that Tamir is very high energy and very agile. I think that triggers the guarding instinct in Freya, so she views Tamir as a threat. We are training to extinguish that reactivity.
All right. I think you're done, Zoe. I think you're done. Freya's being such a good girl. I don't know. I know you've had a bath before. I know you have. Because somebody took very good care of you. You were trimmed. Your nails looked good. I know you've had a bath before. You want to shake? You want to shake? Come down. Come down. You're just going to jump. Oh, there's the shake.
Is she good with children? We don't know. There are no children in her foster family. When I took her out in public, she allowed older children, say ages 9 and up, to approach and pet her. However, she withdrew from or became very tense when younger children squealed and ran towards her.
Shake yourself. All right. You know what? I'm just going to leave that there. Okay. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Good. Stay. Hold. Stay right there. Stay right there. I gotta get your hoodie.
Is she good with men and women? She has shown no aggression towards the members of her foster family. When she was in Dr. Kevin's office, she was not aggressive towards any of the other animals or people present there. And when I walked her around a local Dollar General, she seemed quite happy to meet people. That said, she did bark and strain at her leash when our female neighbor walked over to check her mailbox, And she did bark at another lady when I was walking her around a local strip mall, even though other people, both male and female, walked by without eliciting any response from her. So I would say it just really depends on the individual person.
Good girl. Yes, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. Make sure that we don't have any nuts behind our ears. Yes, those are good ears. And your ears are clean. I checked your ears the other day. Your ears are already clean. Yes, Miss Freya. Look at how good you're behaving. Look at how good you are. Look at you, pretty girl. Pretty girl. Look at you, pretty girl. Beautiful girl. Uh-oh. I don't like this one. You know why? Because this one. Does that one feel better? And this one has little plastic caps on them, and they don't go sticky, scratchy so much. Pull the echo groomer. Make sure we're not pulling any more shed out. Yeah, I think we got most of the shed out. I'm not pulling anything else. Can you stand your butt up, please? I need to comb your tail. I need to comb your tail, little girl. I do. Good girl. Good girl. Let me comb your tail. Let me comb your tail. Make sure we don't have any knots in your tail. I gotta make sure we don't have any knots in your tail. You see your pretty tail. I know, you can't sit. You can't sit. I know, it's uncomfortable. You don't know what to do. Nope, no knots in the tail. Good girl. Good girl. I just gotta give you a brush over. And then I'll get you back in the other harness. And we'll go run around the yard. You wanna go running around the yard? You wanna run around the yard? You do. Yes. Good girl. I think you're done. I think you're done. I do. Can I put the pink harness back on you? I'm gonna put the pink harness back on you. Pink harness over the head.
She loves to ride in cars. She loves to chase balls, but hasn't quite gotten the hang of bringing them back yet. She was an only dog and would be happiest as an only dog. With the right leadership and guidance, she could be integrated into a household with an existing dog or two. I think after being traumatized by her former neighbor and then entering an established pack with 5 dogs is just a bit more than her nerves can take at times. She is bonded to me and experiences separation anxiety when I am out of her sight. That said, she is beginning to accept that I am not always with her. I can leave her with Doc and come into the office without her crying and panicking like she did 2 weeks ago. I can leave her alone in a room with Trigger without her scratching at the door and whining. She does want to be with her person, but she is learning how to be comfortable alone. Given that she rides nicely in the car, wants to be with her person, and has a guarding instinct, I can see her as a companion animal for a trucker or someone that travels in an RV regularly. Her Pawfect person is an experienced dog owner. She is not a good candidate for a first-time dog owner. She needs someone that understands canine behaviors, can provide the leadership and guidance she needs, and is willing to spend the time to build on the training that my family has begun with her. If you think you might be her Pawfect person, please reach out to me via email at katescountrycritters@gmail.com. Don't forget to leave a comment below. It was great seeing you today. Feel free to stop by anytime.